First, let me start by saying this is not clickbait. Tesla is absolutely ready. Before we get into that, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. Now, first, I want to apologize about yesterday. I was not able to make a video. I was not feeling good at all, but we are back. We are better today. So let's get into what's going on with Tesla. So, in one of my videos about Tesla, we were talking about this bull flag on a weekly chart. And I don't expect the bull flag to play out right away. It's a weekly chart. This can take months to play out. Okay. But what we did go over is that move off the 180. And in the Discord, I alerted to jump into a trade at around 180 when Tesla was at 180. And we did a 200 call, and Tesla ran all the way to 193. And that's when we took profit because that 194 level was tough to get past, right? So, congratulations if you took that trade. And now we are back in Tesla, and I'm going to show you guys why, but not because of the weekly. We're going to look at the smaller time frames. So, let's look at the 4 hour. What do we see on the 4 hour? We see this absolutely beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern. I think Tesla's ready. Okay, I think Tesla's ready. We have this inverse, we have our left shoulder here, head, and we have a right shoulder here as well. And I think Tesla looks absolutely ready. Our neckline is at 194. And personally, I will want to break above 197 before we see a move towards that 207 gap fill. If we go down to other time frames, we see the exact same thing. Super clean. I mean, you can't get any better than this. You just can't. All right. So that is what I'm looking for right now. In the Discord, we are in 190 calls. We got in. Let me check. We got into 190 calls. I alerted, let them know it's risky. And you guys can check where the premium is right now. We are currently in profit. We got in at around 186. I wanted to see a hold above 187, and we got exactly that. Currently, after hours, Tesla's at 190. So I believe Tesla is going to continue to go higher. Not only that, but if we look at unusual whales, we got a 190 call premium for 18 million, and its expiration date is for February 16th. We got a 192.5 call as well, and that expiration is for the 16th as well. We got a few calls. We got another 190 call. So we got a few calls on Tesla. I think we got a 226.67 call. I didn't even see this one, but that's another form of confirmation I'm using as far as Tesla goes. Okay. So that's really all I have on this thing. So as far as 207, if we just so happen to break above 218 on Tesla, I think we're going to see a move towards this another gap fill at around 220, well, 219.3, 220, give or take. There's a few gaps to the upside, actually, but at most, I'm looking at a move towards 230. Well, not at the most. 230 would be my next target after 218, and then I'm looking at a move towards 240 max. Okay. After that, don't know. But what I will say, if we do see a move towards 240, then I believe at that point in time, either we're already making new highs in the market or Tesla got absolutely amazing news. Okay. So it's either one or the other. For that move to happen within 2 days by Friday, because I do believe we're going to see this 207 move by at least Friday, we'll have to get some crazy news. And I am aware that we have unemployment data tomorrow, as well as more news on Friday. But I don't know if that's going to be the reason Tesla goes to 230. Because again, if that does happen, we'll have to see the market hit new highs. Okay. And it's possible. Okay. We'll see. All right. But we're already in calls on this thing. I think it looks absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, you can check the premiums here if you don't believe me. We got in at 186. I wanted to close above 187, and we got exactly that. So our next target is 194. We want to see a break above this neckline here at around 194, 195 range. At most, I want to see a move above 197 before we start filling this crazy gap here on Tesla. So that's really all I have as far as Tesla goes. Let's get into what we're looking at the overall market. So in my last video, I said it's not looking good. Okay, I said it's not looking good, and we got exactly what I said the following day. The market absolutely plummeted. But what happened down here, as we can see, we got buyers stepping in down here. We got buyers over here on the NQ. We got buyers over here, buyers here. We got buyers all down in this range at around 17,500. So that is our next key level as far as a further breakdown. As far as a move up, we're looking for a break and hold above 17,930. If we get a break and hold above 17,930, let's actually map it out for you guys. If we get a break and hold above 17,930, so we want to see a move like this, maybe a retest of 17,900, somewhere around that range, and then we continue higher towards 18K, 18,100. If we break above 18,1, we'll say 18,130. We'll say 18,150 actually. Yeah, 18,150. So if we break and hold above 18,150, then we're actually just looking at price discovery, okay? And what I mean by that is that we're just looking at psych levels at that point. We're looking at price discovery, so 18,250, 18,500, so on and so forth. If we just so happen to break higher, which will most likely be some type of blow off top scenario, okay? Do I think we're going to get a blow off top? I honestly don't know. Okay, I honestly don't know because we are heading into a 3-day weekend, so it's tough for me to call that, especially when we have news tomorrow and Friday. But I am bullish heading into tomorrow. I think we're going to see more upside heading into tomorrow. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so confident in Tesla having more upside, right? Also, if we're looking at the SPY, pretty much the same thing on SPY as we saw on NASDAQ. Buyers stepped in at around this trend. As you guys can see, we just keep holding this trend. We held it here, we held it here, and then buyers stepped in. We had a false breakdown and we continue back up. We rejected for 90, we'll say, and we're back up. Somebody said this is a bullish engulfing candle. It's not the cleanest for me, but I see the vision. Okay, I see the vision. As far as levels to look for on the SPY, we want to see a break and hold above 500. After that, if we get to 500, then we want to see a move towards 503.5. If we break and hold above 503.5, so we want to see this move here, maybe a move towards 505 psych level, and then maybe we continue higher. And the next target I will look at as far as psych levels go will be obviously 510. So that's the move that I'll be looking for on the SPY heading into tomorrow. This thing looks clean. Okay, we got back above this range here, and we do have news tomorrow. So I mean, this all can just absolutely get destroyed. So we'll see. But I'm still bullish. Okay, based on the charts, based on what I'm seeing, I'm bullish heading into tomorrow. I'm just gonna go by what the charts are telling me. Looking at the ES, same thing on the ES. I went over this in another video. As you guys can see, bears continue to get trapped over and over. We see it. We just keep seeing it. We see it over and over. We see it here. We see it here. Let's drag this over actually. We see it here and here. Bears continue to get trapped. Every time we think the market is about to break down, bears get trapped. We've seen it happen 3 times already. And I went over this in another video. Okay. So, next move I'm looking at as far as the ES goes is a move towards 50.30. If we break and hold above 50.30, so let's map that out for you guys. If we break and hold above 50.30, then I'm looking for a move towards 50.50. If we break above, well, actually, we might see a move towards 50.60. Okay. So we'll say 50.50 as our psych level. After that, we're looking at 50.66. And then after that, I'm looking at 50.80. We'll pretty much be in price discovery mode at that point in time. I think this can potentially form out to be a head and shoulders pattern as well. So we'll see. Inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we'll see. As you guys can see, this can be a potential left shoulder head and then form another shoulder here as well. And then we'll break higher and have blow off top, I guess. So we'll see. But that's what I'm looking at as far as the overall SPY right there. So IWM, IWM, you want to see a break and hold above 200. We'll map that out as well. So you guys have an idea. So you want to see a break and hold above 200. Maybe fill this gap up towards 202.18. And then we retest 199.5, 200, and then we head higher towards 205. In the last video, I skipped over 205. I said 208, so I apologize about that. But 205 is our next key level if we break above 200 on IWM. And then after that, I'm looking at 208 and then 210 psych level. All right. So that's the move I'm looking for. We could see this move as well, maybe a retest towards 198. 197. So something like that can happen as well if we want to go higher. As far as downside goes, I don't think I went over downside as far as the SPY goes. We'll get back to it. But As far as downside goes, if we break and hold above 197 on the IWM, so we break and then we start heading down lower. If we start taking out these buyers in these areas here, if we start taking out these buyers down here, then I think IWM is going to start seeing a move towards 185. Okay. So keep this on your radar. Keep these buyers down here on your radar. These wicks are absolutely important. Shadows, whatever you want to call them, these are important as far as price action. Okay, these tell you a story, so actually pay attention to them and realize that buyers and sellers are in these wicks. All right. So Dow Jones. Dow Jones, pretty simple. We have a double bottom here. Neckline isn't too clean, but if we just so happen to break back above 388, then I'm looking for a move towards 390. And I said in a previous video that I wouldn't be surprised that Dow Jones sees 40K or 400 for the DIA. Okay, so double bottom, we got a gap fill here towards 388. Yeah, 388, and then we see a move higher. As far as downside goes, it's pretty obvious. You just want to see a break and hold below 380, and then after that, you're going to see a move towards 378, and then from there on, in this once you get in this range, it gets pretty tight. So we'll probably need some crazy news to even break further down here. All right, and we do got news tomorrow and Friday, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys want, we could just map this out because a lot of you are tend to be a little confused on what break and retest mean. So break, retest, head higher towards 388. I mean, yeah, 388. Potentially do one of these moves, maybe do one more retest, break higher, and then one more retest, break higher. So we just basically want to see higher lows and higher highs, okay? And then that could potentially form a bear flag. So we'll see. All right, so pay attention to that. Nice little double bottom here. Neckline isn't too clear, but we'll say 388 is the neckline, and then from there we'll see if it can go higher. All right. But that's really all I have right now. The plays that we are in the Discord is Tesla 190 calls for this week, and then AMD 180 calls. AMD 180 calls we got in at around 177. You can check the premiums now if you don't believe me. So the premium we got in was at 1.75. So you can check the contracts on that. We're currently in profit on that. Tesla, again, we went over that already, but we got in at around 186. You can check. We got in at 1.45. All right. AMD, I don't know if I erased everything. Oh, no. Okay. So AMD, real quick, looks really good here. We are currently breaking out on AMD. So looks absolutely beautiful. I actually kind of drew this wrong here. Here we go. All right. So as you guys can see, we are currently breaking out on AMD. I have a price target of 185, 187. I won't even be surprised it goes higher than that. But AMD looks absolutely amazing here. And we got in at around 177. We did 180 calls. So we're looking good. Okay. So I am bullish for tomorrow on the market. Oh, triple Qs. Triple Qs, we just continue to hold this trend. Okay. We just hold this trend. I said this in the Discord. Um, even when the market was breaking down, we just held this trend here. So as you guys can see, 1, 2, 3, we just continue to hold it. All right, buyers continue to step in every time we try to get below this, and it just fails every single time. So as far as a move down, I would say 425 is our key level here. Everybody's saying 428. I get it, but at that point, we've been through 428 so much that it's just a weak level. So my next key level will be 425. We break below 425, we'll start seeing some moves towards 423, 422 to start filling some gaps towards the downside. As far as upside goes, my next target will be 435, and then after that, if we break above these previous highs here at around 439, obviously we're looking at a psych level of 440. So let's map this out. So we hit 440, probably wick off of it, retest maybe 431, 430, well 431.5, 432, and then we head higher. And after that, we're in price discovery mode. So next target will be 445 and then 450. All right. SPY, as far as downside goes, you want to see a break and hold below. At this point, honestly, you just want to see a break and hold below 490 on the SPY. And then if we break below that, you're looking at a move towards 485. Okay. If we break, well, actually, if we break back below, what is it? If we break back below 494, then you're looking for a move towards 490, and then after that, 485. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you want access to the Discord link is in the description below. We go over stocks, crypto, Forex, all that fun stuff. If you want access to my indicators, and maybe you're just having a hard time drawing out supply and demand zones, support and resistance. Maybe you just need signals when to buy, when to sell. Chart Prime is the indicators for you. They have it in the description below. Probably some of the best indicators I've seen. Check it out. And if you're new to the stock market overall, you just want to get into stocks, Robinhood link is in the description below. Very beginner friendly. You get a free stock when you join. Other than that, that's all I have. Tesla's going to go crazy. I called it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. All right. See you in the next video, guys. Have a good one.